Welcome to the 2300 Pick 6 football site and podcast for news, scores, bets, fantasy, and chat. It will hit you like a QB getting sacked.
Welcome to the 2300 Pick 6 podcast. I'm your host, Dave Walker, about to do another edition of schedule analysis of the remaining teams that are left. Before we begin, serious business for my friend DB Rich. Hey, Dave Brocker passed away on Friday. Liked his brother, was real cool. Met him the first time back in 2014 when we watched the Royal Rumble. Hung and chilled with him. He was a good guy. We hung out a lot, watched wrestling pay-per-views. We even one time tried to get him to go to the Royal Rumble with us in 2015, but we didn't have the money, but he really wanted to go. He was always included. He was a nice guy, really cool. And I got a good Uno story with him. We were playing Uno one time, watching a pay-per-view. One of our friends cheated by the name of George Palmerino. Hit a card under his ass when we were playing Uno. But that was a thing. You know it was you, George, if you went much as you like Nia. But all in all, DB, I hope you're watching this tonight. Rest in peace to Robbie. He's up in heaven up there with my grandfather and everybody else, and he's going to be up there good and well. I'm going to give a moment of silence before I start. All right, we're going to begin. Because even if Robbie was still up, I think he would have been on the spot. Enjoy football. He was an Eagles fan. Even though I was a Cowboy fan, he loved to bust my balls about it all the time. But this one is for you, Robbie. Before we begin, we're going to shuffle the deck. See which four we're going to be doing. All righty, here we go. We're going to start it off right now with first card. New Orleans Saints. That's our first one right there. So we're going to pull up the Saints schedule right now. Okay. For the Saints, they still have Derek Carr. They did make moves, and it's going to be very tough in the South having to deal with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You also have to deal with the Atlanta Falcons, too, and the Carolina Panthers. So their first game, speaking of the Carolina Panthers, they play at home in New Orleans. I will give the Saints a win on that one. They'll start off 1-0 against Carolina. Carolina is in its second year. I don't think Carolina is going to be that good. Carolina getting destroyed by New Orleans in New Orleans in the Dome. Not easy to win in, so I'm going to say that is a win for the New Orleans Saints. That will be their first win. Second game that they play is against the Dallas Cowboys. In Dallas, Dallas is good at home last year in the regular season. On the road at times, they are not. So also brought to you by Prime 2. Strawberry Bananas is my last one. So for this one, I'm going to say, for all the Saints fans out there, Aaron, you happen to be watching this. Sorry, Pab, I'm picking my Cowboys on this one, and we do have a bet going on. Whoever wins, they owe each other a jersey. Cody, I know you and I are friends back when we were at Amazon. Sorry, bud. This is business, but I'm picking my team. You will take a loss there. You're going to go 1-1. Next one we have is Eagles Saints. I say the Saints win that one in an upset. Philadelphia has had its problems in the Dome and in New Orleans. New Orleans always has happened to have the Eagles' number. So I do see the Saints winning that one, going 2-1. Saints Falcons. Atlanta was good at home, and now they have another quarterback. They have Kirk Cousins. This game is not on prime time. It's in the afternoon. I think the Falcons will pull an upset off against the New Orleans Saints. I could see Kirk Cousins going to Drake London and Tyler Algier and Kyle Pitts. This one will be close. This one could go to an overtime, but I will take the Falcons in an upset on this one. Saints Chiefs. I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs on this one. Mahomes is going to have a good monster game on this one. I don't think the Saints will get killed. I think the Saints will put up somewhat of a fight against Kansas City, but I see the Chiefs winning that one, so they're going to lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. Against Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that one is at home. That one I'm going to say a win. Tampa at times has its problem, but it's not easy sometimes to win in New Orleans at times. So I'm going to say Tampa gets the win on this one. I mean, not Tampa. I'm going to say the Saints get the win on this. Saints are going to get the win on this one in an upset. I see the Saints pull an upset somehow, maybe winning by a last-minute field goal, maybe in an overtime, but I see the Saints pulling this one off. Against Denver on a Thursday night, I see them beating Denver. Once we cross that bridge in October, this might not be that good of a game. I could probably see maybe down the road, this might be like maybe very low scoring. New Orleans does not have a baseball team. Denver does, so I don't want this turning into some minor league hockey game or a minor league baseball game. I don't think New Orleans is a minor league baseball team. If they do, let me know in a comment. I don't see that one occurring. Saints Chargers. We have the new coach with Jim Harbaugh on this one. I'm going to say the Chargers in this one. I think the Chargers could pull upset off. I think with Harbaugh, I can see them. They're going to be playing a lot hungrier. I see the Chargers take. I'm going to say the Chargers. Saints Panthers. I say the Saints get that one. They're going to sweep Carolina. Carolina's not going to be that good. Again, like I said in the previous game, I see the Saints taking that one. Falcons Saints in New Orleans. I say a split in this one. New Orleans gets the win in this one at home. They get their revenge from the previous loss. Browns Saints. I'm going to go Cleveland in an upset. Cleveland has a defense. I wouldn't underestimate the Cleveland Browns here. I think when I do get to Cleveland, I do have Cleveland maybe as a surprise wild card team squeezing in. But I see Cleveland pulling this one off maybe by a last-minute field goal, winning this one. But I'm going to take Cleveland Browns in this one. Rams Saints. I'm going to take the Rams in this one. I can see Stafford going to Puka Nacua, Tyron Williams, Cooper Kupp, and I can see the defense getting to Carr. It's going to be a bend-no-break for the Rams this year. I see the Rams pulling that one off. Saints Giants. I'm going to pick the Saints in this one. The Saints are going to wipe floor with New York Giants. I don't see the Giants standing a chance against them, regardless of location. Commanders Saints. I'm going to take the Saints in that one too. Saints are going to pull that one off. I have a win for them winning that one at home. Saints Packers on a Monday night, the day before Christmas Eve. I'm going to go with the Packers in this one in Lambeau. The Green Bay Packers are very good at home, and during the wintertime, this team is very good, and I'm not going to underestimate Jordan Love. I do think that the Packers are my dark horse Super Bowl if they do make it with them in Detroit when I get into that later on in August when I give my whole breakdown of everything. Next one we got is Saints Raiders in New Orleans. I'm going to take the Saints on this one. I say maybe another close game here. Raiders I wouldn't underestimate, but I think the Saints are going to pull that one off. I'm going to give the Saints the win on this one. And then the last one is Saints Tampa. This game right here could be a battle for the NFC North. I'm going to say Tampa wins this one, and they probably get the North in this one. I'm going to say Tampa out of this. So breakdown of the Saints record we have. Against the Panthers, they would be 1-0. Lost to the Cowboys, 1-1. Win against Philadelphia, 2-1. Lost to the Falcons, 2-2. Lost to the Saints, 2-3. Against the Bucks, they're going to be 3-3. This one's in New Orleans. Against the Broncos, 4-3. Against the Chargers, 4-4. Packers, 5-4. Against Atlanta, 6-4. I said they lose to the Cleveland Browns. They're going to be 6-5. They're going to lose to the Rams, 6-6. Win against the Giants, 7-6. Win against the Commanders, 8-6. Lost to the Packers, 8-7. Win against the Raiders, 9-7. And then a loss to the Bucks. They're going to be 9-8. I don't know if they're going to get in the playoffs. So we'll wait and see what occurs down the road during the regular season. Next card is for the next team will be the Las Vegas Raiders. Pull up the Raiders schedule right now. Okay, for the Raiders, they hire Antonio Pierce. They still have Max Crosby. They lost Josh Jacobs, got Michael Gallup. But for the Raiders, I don't think they're going to have bad season. I don't know what their record's going to be when I start doing their schedule right now, but I wouldn't sleep on the Raiders. I think they might do good this year, and they might make a little bit of noise, cause a little bit of havoc. But we'll wait, and we're going to see what occurs. All right, Raiders schedule. Raiders' first game season is against the LA Chargers. This is with Harbaugh. This game was in Vegas. I probably would have took the Raiders week 1. But with Harbaugh, I am going to take the Chargers in this one. They're going to lose that one. Next, they play the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. That is a loss. I can see Lamar carving them, running with his leg, and the offense carving up the Raiders. So that one is going to be a loss. Raiders Panthers. They get their first win beating Carolina. I don't think Carolina's that good. That game was in Carolina. I might have gone Carolina on that one, but I'm going to take the Raiders. Browns Raiders, which could be a sneaky good game when this comes across. I'm going to say this could be a sleeper good game between these two, but I will take the Cleveland Browns in this one. I think Cleveland's going to win that one with the defense. Both have good defenses. It's going to be defensive struggle, but I think Cleveland might pull it off in this. You know what? I'm actually going to change that. I'm going to say the Raiders pull this off. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. It might be like a Cleveland Guardians game against, the A's. I don't know if they're still in Oakland at this point before they move to Vegas, but I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, very struggle game, but I'm going to take the Raiders in this one. I think the Raiders pull it off. Raiders Broncos in Denver. I say the Raiders get that win. They're going to get a win there. Steelers Raiders. Raiders get a win there. Russ is not that good. I don't think that they're going to be able to win in there. I think Crosby's going to have a field day with Russ. Raiders Rams. I'm going to take the Rams in this one. Rams have more talent in this one. I don't think the Raiders will be able to hang with the Rams in this one. I'm going to take the Rams. Chiefs Raiders in Las Vegas. Well, the Chiefs did get an upset. I mean, the Raiders got an upset last year on Christmas Day. Now, and that's when Mahomes was having a little bit of struggle. And then we all saw where Mahomes did win, and then they won the Super Bowl. So, that came to fruition. But in this one, I say the Chiefs get revenge from last year. In this one, they get the dub in this. Raiders Bengals. I'm going to say the Raiders in this one. I think they're going to lose to Cincinnati. Cincinnati's way much better. I don't see that one as a win. Raiders Dolphins. Now, last year's Raiders Dolphins was very good, where the Raiders almost beat Miami in Miami. But in this one, Miami gets the win. I see Tua going to Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, also ODB, Mostert, and a Kane. So I'm going to say the Dolphins in this one. Raiders Broncos. I see the Raiders getting a win on that one. They get the dub. Black Friday game against the Chiefs. That will be a loss. I'm going to take the Chiefs there. Raiders Buccaneers in Tampa. I'm going to take Tampa in this one. I say Tampa gets the win on this one. They're going to pull that one off. I see Tampa winning that one close. Falcons Raiders on a Monday Night Football. Well, we all know how Kirk Cousins is on prime time, not his best suit. I say the Raiders pull it off regardless of record, even if it's a bad record. Jaguars Raiders. I'm going to take Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence and company will win, and they're going to be fighting for a playoff push. I will take the Jacksonville Jaguars. Raiders, Saints. I'm going to take the Saints in this one. I think Derek Carr carving up his old team. And then Chargers, Raiders. I'm going to say the Chargers because this probably might be them trying to get a playoff spot. So, breakdown of the Raiders' record. They will lose to the Chargers. They're going to be 0-1. They will lose to Baltimore 0-2. They will beat Carolina 1-2. They will get an upset over Cleveland. I say 2-2. Against the Broncos, 3-2. Against the Steelers, 4-2. Lost to the Rams, 4-3. Lost to the Chiefs, 4-4. Lost to the Bengals, 4-5. Lost to the Dolphins, 4-6. Win against the Broncos, 5-6. Lost to Chiefs, 5-7. Lost to Tampa, 5-8. 6-8 against the Falcons. Lose to the Jaguars, 6-9. Lose to the Saints, 6-10. And then lost to the Chargers. They're going to be 6-11. So I don't know right now. This is just right now. We're doing this early. I'm just doing this early right now. But I still think the Raiders might make noise when these games come down the line. I probably will be changing mine down the road. But I'm going to say the Raiders probably go 6-11 right now at this moment. Next one we have. Who will our third card be in our third team? Reverse. So we're going back in this division. So we did the Raiders. So let's see who I'm going to pick on this one. I think it would be. Did we do all of them? Let me check. Did the Chiefs. Trying to check here. Give me a sec. We did the Chiefs, did the Broncos, we did the Raiders. So it will be the Chargers. We're going to do the Chargers. All right. We're going to pull up the LA Chargers. They now have a new coach, Harbaugh. They lost Austin Eckler. They still have Herbert. So I think the Chargers are going to be a lot better this year. There will no be more of chargering this year because Jim Harbaugh will be able to fix that. But for the Chargers, we're going to start with them right now. Okay, Chargers' first game is against the Raiders. As I just said on the previous one, they will beat the Raiders. They're going to be 1-0 against the Panthers. That is a win. Chargers are way much better than Carolina. I don't think Carolina is that good. It's going to take a while for Carolina to rebound, but I have the Chargers winning that one. Next one is Chargers-Steelers. Ooh. In Pittsburgh. Two good coaches. But if I'm going to go by a quarterback, Russ is not the same Russ as this was. This is not Russ of Seattle back in the Super Bowl years. So in this one, I'm going to take the Chargers in this one. Chiefs-Chargers in LA. I'm going to go in an upset here. I see the Chargers pulling an upset over the Chiefs. With Harbaugh, they get this win in LA. Chargers get this one. They get that win. Chargers-Broncos. I don't think Denver is going to be good as they think. I see that as a win right there. So they're going to have a win there. Chargers-Cardinals. I'm going to say a win right there. They're going to beat the Arizona Cardinals on a Monday Night Football. I see them winning in the desert, getting that win going against Kyler and company. I see a win there. Saints-Chargers. This one, I think they're going to take their first. This one is going to be a win. So I see them getting a win there against the Saints. So Harbaugh and them getting a win. So they're starting off really good here. So I see another win there. Chargers and the Browns. Browns have a defense, and they work good at home. And this one, I think, will be the first loss. I think this is going to be a humbling. Browns are going to pull it off with that defense. I say this will be a Titans-Chargers. I'm going to go with the Titans on. I'm going to go with the Chargers on this one. Chargers going to win on this one. So I will take the Chargers in that one. Bengals-Chargers in LA. Both are good teams. At this point, both probably would be good at this. Harbaugh does do good against very good teams. And in this one, that game was in Cincinnati. I would have took the Bengals. But in this one, I think is going to be a very good game. Could go to an overtime or a last-minute field goal. But I have the Chargers winning this one and them getting a sneak victory over the Bengals. But we'll wait and see when we cross that bridge when November comes, when I talk about that game. There's a possibility I could change my mind, but we'll wait and see. Ravens-Chargers in L.A. I'm going to go Baltimore in this one. I think in this one will be, I'm not going to say a humbling. I think this one will be a close game here. I think that they're going to be a little bit tired. I say Baltimore gets the win. They're going to pull that one off. Baltimore there. Chargers, Falcons. I'm going to say the Chargers on this one. I don't think, even though Atlanta's good at home, but I think the Chargers are going to be way much better. I'm going to take the Chargers there. Chargers, Chiefs. I'm going to say the Chiefs. The Chiefs get their payback from that loss. They get the win, and they're going to split. Buccaneers, Chargers. Ooh, another good game here. Both teams fighting probably for divisions and playoff spots. I'm going to go the Charger in this one. This was not Tampa. I would have took Tampa on this one, but I will take the Charger on this one, winning close. Chargers, Patriots. That one's in New England, so I will say the Chargers win that one, even if it's in New England. I don't know much about New England. I don't know what's going to happen when I get to that one, so we're going to take the Chargers on that one, and then last will be Chargers-Raiders. I think the Raiders get a sneak win over here, and with this one, it could try to literally affect the playoff spot or maybe their division, but I see the Raiders winning that one and pulling off an upset. So a breakdown of this record, it will be game one against the Raiders. They're going to be 1-0, against the Panthers 2-0, against the Steelers 3-0, against the Chiefs they're going to be 4-0. Against the Broncos, 5-0. Against the Cardinals, 6. Against the Chargers, 7. Then when they play against the Browns, I think that's going to be the humbling. They're going to lose that one. They're going to take their first loss, be 7-1. Titans, Chargers, they're going to be 8-1. Against the Bengals, 9-1. Ravens, they're going to be 9-2. Against the Falcons, 10-2. Against the Chiefs, you're looking at 10-3. Against the Bucks, 11-4. Against the Broncos, 12-4. Against the Patriots, 13-4. And then I'll say 13-5. They get in the playoffs, either possibly winning the division or getting in as a wild card. But when I break down everything with the playoff picture, my prediction who's going to win division, we'll wait and see. And the final team. It is my choice. So I'm going to pick the Arizona Cardinals. All right. So we are now on our final team. I'm going to pick the Arizona Cardinals. We're going to do that right now. For Arizona, Kyler Murray stayed. They did not get another quarterback. They got Marvin Harrison Jr. They have a new coach. So for the Cardinals, it's a little bit of a rebuild. It's going to be a while for them to get back to where they were. But breakdown of the Cardinals schedule right now. Cardinals play the Bills week 1. Even though Buffalo does not have Stephon Diggs anymore, I say Buffalo does get the win here. So they're going to lose that game. Against the Rams, they're going to lose that one to the Rams. The Rams are a better team. I could see Stafford gone with Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, and Cooper Kupp and defense getting to Kyler. So I will take the Rams on that one. Lions, Cardinals, I see the Lions pulling that one off. The Lions are way, way better. I can see the Lions pulling this off, going with Jahmyr Gibbs, Laporta, also Amon-Ra St. Brown. I can see that defense getting there with that win with Hutchinson and Anzalone. That one is a win. Against the Commanders, I mean, they're going to be 0-3. Against the Commanders, they're going to win against Washington. Washington's not that good. And Arizona can handle them. I will take the Arizona Cardinals on that one. Cardinals, 49ers. 49ers are going to wipe the floor at them. I could see Purdy getting to Ayuk, Debo, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle. Defense getting to Kyler, so that is going to be a loss. To the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau, that is a loss. I could see Jordan Love having a hell of a day going against that defense. So I do have the Packers winning that one. Against the Chargers on a Monday night, they're going to lose that one. Like I said again in the Chargers episode, Chargers are going to win that one. Cardinals, Dolphins, I see the Dolphins winning that one in Miami. Miami's going to shred them. I have Miami winning that game right there. I could see that with Tua going to ODB, Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Kane, and Mostert. We also now have the Bears and the Cardinals. They get a win against the Bears. They'll have a win there. Against the New York Football Jets, Jets will win that one. Barring, even if Aaron Rodgers does get injured, I can see the Jets winning that one. If Aaron Rodgers happens to go down, I'll wait till we cross that bridge when we get to that game. Knock wood, for any Jets fans out there, I am not wishing injury upon for Aaron Rodgers. Knock wood. I'm not saying that will occur. Cardinals, Seahawks in Seattle. Seattle gets the win there. I can see Geno winning that one. They take the win there. Cardinals, Vikings. I don't think either team will be good at this point. This will be an episode of bad football. I will take the Arizona. I will say the Vikings on that one. In Minnesota, if it's Darnold or whomever, I see Minnesota taking a win on that one. Seahawks, Cardinals. I think the Cardinals sneak a win against Seattle. I think it's going to be like Seattle probably gets humbled. They're trying to get a playoff spot. I think the Cardinals will probably play spoiler on that one. Patriots, Cardinals. That game was in Foxborough. I would have said the Patriots, but in this one, I am going to take the I am going to take the Arizona Cardinals in this one. I said the Cardinals going to win there. Against Carolina, Bryce Young, Kyler Murray. I'm going to say Arizona wins. I don't think this is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be bad. I think Arizona wins by low scoring. So I'm going to take Cardinals on that one. Cardinals, Rams. Rams get the win on this one. They get the sweep over the Cardinals. And then the last one, 49ers, Cardinals. 49ers get the win if they're trying to get home field at the end throughout the playoffs. I think it's going to be a fight for that one seed between the 49ers, the Detroit Lions, and the Green Bay Packers. One of those three are going to get that bye. So that is for that. So we have already gotten down out of 12 teams so far out of the 32. So we have 20 more to go down the road. So we'll probably get another show in maybe next Sunday. It ain't going to be the Saturday. So we'll be my friends watching Flash Castle. So we'll probably wait next Sunday. I don't know. But we'll wait. See. So all in all, before I bid adieu, and I'm going to say my catchphrase, well, there's been enough time for talk. It's time for kickoff. And I'm Dave Walker, and we'll see you on the field. Goodbye, everybody.